Welcome back to the channel. It's July in Texas and the heat's cranking up, but so is the bite. Today, I'm showing you how I had to adjust from last month's game plan to keep putting big ones in the boat. The drop shot and the Carolina rig is still getting big, but when you see what's going on under the surface, you'll know why I upsized to a bigger flutter spoon. Let's get into it. If y'all on Sam Rayburn or Toledo Bend and y'all still scanning to find fish on the bottom, that's probably why you're struggling. The thermocline has set in, and a lot of these fish are suspended. So if you're still passing over points and ledges, trying to look for fish stuck to the bottom when your graph loaded up, you're in for a disappointment. You might get lucky and find one or two schools still on the bottom, but for me, the ones I am finding, which is very minimum, is all small and a lot of spotted bass. The big girls are suspended. Now you're looking for fish anywhere from 5 foot off the bottom to 10, sometimes even 15 foot off the bottom suspended. And that's a big reason why the Carolina rig and the drop shot has slowed down on getting bites. You can still get bit, but it has slowed down a lot. So what I'm having to do now is upsize my flutter spoon. When I find these schools of fish suspended, I fire that big flutter spoon out there, let it hit the bottom, then I start ripping it. And when I rip it, it jumps anywhere from 5 to 10 foot off the bottom, real fast. And I'm getting reaction bites by doing that. And let me tell you, when they bite it, you better hang on, because they've been some giants lately. It's just hard to catch them because they suspended, but you can still catch them. And here's how I'm doing it. Last month, I was throwing a little 3-inch spoon. This month in July, I have gone up to a 6-inch flutter spoon. I like the little feather on the end, and I think a lot of the big bass right now are keying in on gizzard shad. But not only are they keying in on big gizzard shad, and why I'm throwing a big spoon, a lot of fish right now you're gonna find offshore is white bass. The white bass have a small mouth, so it's easier for them to get that small spoon. So you'll catch white bass with the white bass, with the white bass, and then you'll probably leave, and then you're gonna miss out on the bite I'm talking about. The big bass are mixed in with the white bass right now. So the key is finding a bait that don't fit in their mouth too good to where you ain't constantly catching white bass. So they're gonna nip at it, but you're not gonna hook a whole bunch of them with this big spoon. It's too big for their mouth. And the big bass are mixed in there with them. So don't be scared to stop on a big spool of white bass and chunk this big old spoon in there. I'm throwing this 6-inch flutter spoon on the same rod I was throwing the 3-inch flutter spoon. 7/4 heavy action rod, fast tip. Abu Garcia reel, 6:4 to 1 gear ratio. 20-pound fluorocarbon Seaguar red label on them. Another thing I want to talk about is when you find a bunch of white bass on a point, it's going to be hard to tell what's bass and what's white bass. But what I have noticed is the bass are hanging right on the drop of the point. There will be a few white bass mixed in with it, but most of the white bass will be behind the point where it drops off. They're going to be more on the flat. They're going to be close to the point drop off, but most of them on the flat. So even though you see a school of white bass and they're on a point, stop and fish the drop off. This is not going to work on every point, but the majority of the points, this will work. Again, they're going to be suspended and mixed in with the white bass. Now let me show you on my graph what I'm talking about. This is what they're going to look like right now suspended, and this is what you need to be looking for. I want to show y'all the position of fish so y'all know why I'm picking up the spoon. See how most of them is anywhere from 2 to 5 foot off the bottom? Some's even about 10 foot off the bottom. That's why I picked up the spoon, and that's why I'm hopping it. When I hop it, it shoots anywhere from 5 to 10 foot up. And that's how I'm getting them to react, being they suspended. Guys, I don't know what this is, but this one, unless I snagged him, he feels big. Coming up. That's a fish. Oh my goodness. Guys, I don't know how big this one is, but it's huge. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this fish. Oh my goodness, y'all seen this? How y'all doing, boys? Now that's a spoonfish, baby. If you've been throwing the same baits from June and the bite has slowed down, this is why. This is what's going on. These suspended bass are chewing, and there's some big ones. But it takes the right techniques and tools to catch them. Drop a comment if you want me to do a full breakdown on my flutter spoon, on how to fish it, how to cast it, and exactly how I'm working it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The channel's been growing. It's thanks to y'all. I appreciate it. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it growing, baby. We're just getting started this summer. So stay tuned for more bass fishing tips. What's working right now, not last month, but right now. If y'all want a full breakdown on my Carolina rig setup, on my drop shot setup, I'm gonna put the video up right here. You have to go watch that one. If y'all want the full breakdown on my big flutter spoon, on how to fish it, drop it in the comments. And I'll see y'all next time.